So the other day, I was just sat in bed scrolling through TikTok, and a thought came to my mind of whatever happened to Ashley Trevino.
No.
Because around 6 months ago, this individual was going viral for pretty much absolutely insane reasons. It felt like every single day this woman was just doing something insane on the internet. Like, just to name a few off the top of my head, the whole TikTok inmate hopper thing, that was her nickname. And that all came from the fact that she was known for dating multiple prisoners, in particular some prisoners who had been convicted of seriously violent crimes, and she would even get to the point of where she would defend those crimes, where she would say to actual victims that they deserved it.
If you're not going to respect my black,
well, you know what? Your dad deserved everything that he got. Okay, your dad deserved everything that he got.
But there was also a bunch of other insane reasons that this individual was known. For example, her being an absolutely terrible parent. She was known for just going across state, abandoning her children on seasonal events, and just going and doing everything she wanted whilst leaving her kids at home. Tons of CPS calls were made, and in general, there was just so much about Ashley. She was just everywhere, and I know it's kind of an indictment on social media to say it, but this woman was probably the most popular TikToker in the world for around a month. But as of recording this video in September of 2025, it kind of feels that she has just vanished since then, hence my original thought of, well, what has happened to this individual? From all of the e-begging, from all of the controversy, drama, clout exposés, it just kind of felt that Ashley Trevino has just kind of disappeared. And I don't know about you, but this kind of felt a little bit different to usual. With influencers falling off, there's usually a case of where they just gradually become more and more boring. But with Ashley, it felt like somebody Thanos snapped her out of consciousness. It just was a thing of where she was there, and then suddenly she was gone. And because of this, I decided to upload a TikTok where I just aired my thoughts about, in general, where is Ashley Trevino? I spoke about the fact that, yeah, she's just seemed to have vanished. I was kind of wondering, is she okay? How is she doing? Is she still doing social media? And actually, this TikTok did not necessarily go down too well with my audience. Some were saying, don't, you'll summon her back. Someone else said, we don't say that name here. And another said, let's stop bringing her up. I mean, people are treating this woman as if she was the demon from the latest Conjuring movie. And to be honest with you, I feel like that would make that movie slightly better considering how terrible it was. If Ashley Trevino was the demon in a horror movie, honestly, that's probably going to be the most scary movie of the year. But yes, it really did just feel that the mere mention of Ashley Trevino's name could accidentally spur her into her social media prominence that she reached in early 2025. It's kind of like Voldemort. You say his name and he appears out of nowhere. Because shortly after I made this TikTok and saw all of the people very scared about her return, I started to do some research. I started to look into, well, what happened to Ashley Trevino, and unfortunately, I made the discovery that she's not just around, but she is back, and worse than ever. Because you see, yes, Ashley was banned on TikTok, and that does kind of explain why it kind of felt that she just disappeared from social media. It kind of feels that she's been permanently banned from TikTok, and because of that, she's had to move over to other platforms. Because things have only continued on Instagram, and Ashley's Insta does reveal quite a lot to us. For example, she's recently gotten married again, apparently she's involved in a content house, and apparently even her kids have been taken away. But honestly, the more me and my researchers looked into Ashley, the more we started to realize that there has been so many eras that have taken place since Ashley just vanished out of public consciousness. And today, what I want to do is pretty much just go through the main events that have transpired since, we last covered her in my previous Ashley Trevino deep dive. And a big topic that kept on coming up throughout those deep dives was the relationships and love interests of Ashley Trevino. This is something that a lot of people out there, I don't know if they have interest in, but it's almost like the TikTok algorithm has forced people to know about these things over the year. Where in 2024 and early 2025, a lot of people found out about Ashley's relationship with this bloke here called Santos. And in general, it was just a complete mess of a relationship. There were so many allegations that came out of it. There were so many fake stories that came out of it. In general, it's just a diabolical mess. And if you know all of the law surrounding it, I'm genuinely embarrassed for you because honestly, I'm embarrassed that even I know any of this information. I know more than all of you, unfortunately. Well, maybe not, but I know more than most of you about this stuff. And, you know, if I ever dared to tell my family about this, I feel like they would disown me. But it seems that this relationship stuff with Ashley Trevino has only continued in this new era, and that all starts us off with this new character, Uncle Fester. And yes, I do feel genuinely quite sick even speaking about this, but yes, Uncle Fester is the latest, well, at least one point was the latest love interest for Ashley Trevino in midpoint of 2025. This is where we get into a big timeline of utter shenanigans of where Ashley, she just hits new lows at every single form. Like I said, Ashley Trevino is back and worse than ever. And honestly, this storyline with Uncle Fester really only proves that to me. Because Ashley, we need to have a conversation, mate. At what point do you stop this? You are 36 years of age, and I'm starting to get concerned that you are going to be doing this in your 40s. No woman in her 40s, no man or woman in their 40s, or them in their 40s, should be doing the things that Ashley has done in the Uncle Fester story. Why am I even saying the name Uncle Fester? It's just stupid, but let's get into it. But my friends, before we get into any of that, I just want to speak to you about today's sponsor, as this video is proudly sponsored by Kitsch. And look, I'm not usually sent out a big box of things with a YouTube sponsor. It's going everywhere. It's all on the floor. But Kitsch have sent out to me so many products that is actually hurting my arm to lift that box of products. Now, you may be wondering who or what actually is Kitsch. Well, Kitsch, let me tell you, is a woman-owned global accessory brand built on positivity and hard work. And I'm going to be real, these people make amazing accessories. It's amazing quality, and it's all at attainable price points. And honestly, I'm just amazed about the amount of products these people have sent me. Like, Kitsch have absolutely sorted me out for honestly the next year, and me and my girlfriend have been using these products, and honestly, the effects of, you know, I've not even used this one yet, but the effects that it's had on my hair over the last just while of using these products in such a small space of time has helped out so much. And what Kitsch particularly pride themselves on are their rice water, shampoo, and conditioner bars. And these things, man, these things are absolutely wonderful. They smell really good. Like, they smell really good. Like, I'm genuinely really happy about this sponsor because it works. Basically, these bars lather up really well, and my hair genuinely feels stronger, softer, and healthier overall. You guys don't usually see my hair as I'm wearing these hats in my videos because I sweat so much because of the big box lights on. But just take a look at this video here from like a day ago with actual hair out. You can see that this is probably the healthiest my hair has looked in a very long time, and I honestly do attribute it down to these Kitsch products. The rice water in these products in particular from Kitsch helps with hair growth and does repair split ends, while the ingredients of rosemary and biotin give a bit of extra volume. You know, it makes my hair smell and feel and look very nice and shiny, but also none of these products contain any unnecessary junk. There's no sulfates, silicones, parabens, or any of that nasty stuff that you don't want in your hair products, just real ingredients to help your hair thrive. But also, these bars are just so much better for the environment than your regular shampoo plastic bottles. And you can also easily store these products in your shower with this lovely shower caddy, which they sent to me very generously, where pretty much this just helps me access any of the products that they've sent me. And overall, I've just had a really good time with these Kitsch products. And it's also not just conditioning and shampoo bars. There's actually plenty of other products on the website which you can access right now for some great prices. And with the discount that I'm offering today, you can get each bar at around $11, but you could also just get the whole set for $21, which honestly is great value considering how wonderful these products are, but more importantly, how long these products actually last. But also, if you're into convenience, Kitsch does actually offer subscriptions for an even better discount on these products. And they ship to 90 plus countries, so honestly, I feel like all of you should be able to access them just based on my demographics. So yeah, go click on the link in the description or scan the QR code that's appearing on screen right now, and you will automatically get 25% off at checkout. No code needed. Yes, I repeat that, 25% off if you either click on the link in the description or use the QR code on screen right now. I highly recommend it. Massive thank you to Kitsch for sponsoring this video. I'm usually happy with any sponsor, but this sponsor in particular has just been great to work with. They were so generous with how many products they sent out to me. I got a really good understanding of them, and yeah, I cannot recommend them enough. Thank you to Kitsch for sponsoring this video. So yes, meet Uncle Fester. Now this bloke is someone who I honestly do not care enough to do research into working out what they were doing before Ashley Trevino, but this is a bloke that has recently been, as I said, involved in a love story with Ashley Trevino. Around May or April of 2025, these two started interacting with each other, canoodling with each other. You could see them together in multiple lives and TikToks, and in general, it seemed that these two were in love with each other. I can't even say that with a straight face. They were doing something together. Whether you can say it's love, I don't know, man. But it's something. And yes, as of June this year, Ashley Trevino did make the confirmation that, oh, indeed, these two are in a beautiful, special, wonderful relationship.
You have a BF. Yes, we've been together for 3 months. 3 months, yes. We met at the casino one night. Randomly. I'm just kidding. No.
See, Ashley, you say you're kidding, but honestly, given your track record, this is probably a better way for you to meet any of your partners. In fact, I don't know why she sat here being like, we met in a casino. Just joking, guys. Fella, buddy, mate, you have dated murderers, like actual murderers, and you've defended them and laughed in the victims' faces. So honestly, Ash, meeting someone in a casino is actually a bit of a one-up for you. That's actually a bit of an upgrade, son. But no, they didn't meet in a casino. Apparently, a friend introduced them to each other. What a wonderful story.
One of our friends hooked us up together. We both knew one person and she introduced us, and ever since then, it's been me and him. Was it on and off? To be honest, like, at the beginning, it was like I just kind of like ghosted him for like a week, but then he got my number and then we just started talking again. And then one day I came over here for a date. We went on our first date and I've been here almost every day since.
Ah, truly a beautiful love story. Yeah, you weren't really interested. He got your number. Perhaps he stalked you. I'm not making any claims here. And then you canoodled and now you live together. What a beautiful story. And she's telling it to the world on social media. And her 2 kids are probably watching this thinking, Jesus Christ, can somebody please adopt us? But unfortunately, Ashley Trevino's children, if you're watching this right now, even Jesus can't save you, because with the events that are about to transpire, it only gets worse.
I do go home, like, occasionally, though. But yeah, like, we went on a date, and that was 2 months ago. And, I mean, for the last 2 weeks, I've literally been staying here, so.
Yes, I mentioned her children just before that. And the reason for that is as you're going to notice with what Ashley's saying here about her being away for weeks and just going away from home for such a long time, you're kind of going to realize that the children who Ashley claimed to love so much are basically, for the most part, completely out of the books now. They're out of the storyline. They're gone. They're just left at the grandparents' house. They're not even living with Ashley anymore. And we'll get into that later on down the timeline. But yes, as you just heard, they're in a relationship. She spent 2 weeks with the bloke. She's not seen her kids pretty much. And yeah, this is getting off to a great start, Ashley. It kind of just feels like she hasn't really changed at all since we last covered her. Instead, this time the children aren't even involved. And Ashley's just decided, you know what? I'm going to be a full-on, well, there's no other way to describe it but loser. But yes, Ashley and Fester's relationship, it was going stunningly. These two were seen together in multiple lives and TikToks, and wow, isn't this just absolutely beautiful stuff? I mean, she has bagged an absolute gem of a potential future husband, because there's a certain way to treat a woman in this world, and this man, Uncle Fester, he knows what to do. He knows the best way to treat a woman is to buy them a slice of pizza and 2 chicken wings.
You tell him you want pizza and wings, and he delivers. Clock it, sis. Clock it. Because, you know, he gotta spoil me or whatever.
He's got to spoil you? Ashley, I'm not gonna lie, Chief, but this is a really, really sad looking meal. Like, it's not even a full pizza, and it's not looking good. It looks like you should have ate it a few days ago, to be honest with you. This looks like it's been laying out for quite a long time. But yes, Ashley is being spoiled in this new relationship by Uncle Fester, because he buys her chicken wings and pizza. Oh, wow. Honestly, every time I see Ashley speak about her relationships, it feels like it's like a 13-year-old girl experiencing, I don't know, a crush for the first time. Oh, he bought me pizza and he bought me chicken. Oh, wow. It's like, Ashley, there's a higher bar out there, and you need to raise it, my friend.
Right. You got me what I wanted? Excuse me? Sir?
Eat your damn food.
He just doesn't get it. He's just like, eat your damn food. It's like, what is going on here, man? She's trying to make this seem like some beautiful, special relationship, and he's just looking like, what have I got myself into here, man? What is going on? But, you know, at least we can respect the pizza eating abilities by this man. Look at how he's holding that pizza. He's got a nice little, he's kind of like turning it into a bit of a sandwich here. And, you know, something else I've noticed here, it's the hat. It's the hat. Look at that, man. I thought I was the only one out here, but apparently me and Uncle Fester have got a lot in common. I need to start reconsidering my life choices. But yes, with things clearly going so well between Ashley and Uncle Fester, I mean, just look at this pizza, man. She gets spoiled. There's not another human being on this planet that gets spoiled like Ashley Trevino gets spoiled by good old Uncle Fester. I don't know why I'm being so silly in this video, but honestly, half this story just makes me feel physically sick, so I've got to be silly here and there to cope with that fact. Please like this video, please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1.1 mil. We're actually really close, so if you could, I'd really appreciate it. But yes, this relationship was going swimmingly, and a lot of people out there were starting to speculate because of it. Because, you know, Ashley spoke about the fact that she's been at his for 2 weeks, they're together so much, and it caused a lot of people out there to think, but well, are Ashley and Uncle Fester living together? Because Ashley has a history of this. She has a history of moving in people or moving in with them immediately, and it kind of felt like history was repeating itself here.
I am not planning on moving in with my boyfriend anytime soon. I'm still in the process of doing my thing, and yeah. So, no. I was just here to take care of some stuff.
Now, a lot of people out there were denying what Ashley had to say in this TikTok, particularly for some reasons that we'll get into later. But a big reason to why people were denying what Ashley was saying here is because Ashley was claiming the only reason she hasn't really moved in with this guy is because she has her own things that she needs to be doing. But a TikTok audience did not necessarily believe that, and some people were claiming otherwise. More people were claiming the reason that she hasn't moved in is because he said, hell nah, he said no, and because he hasn't invited her. Hey, let's not do this. Let's not doubt the beautiful, totally authentic, real relationship between Big Ash Trevino and Big Uncle Fester. These two are titans in the social media industry, and we will respect their Romeo and Juliet-esque relationship, hopefully soon to be marriage. No, sorry, I take that back, because actually the love story has come to an end. Yeah, I'm sorry to break the news, guys. Who would have believed it? Go to the comment section right now and tell me, did you believe that this relationship wouldn't turn out to be this beautiful thing where they get married, have tons of kids, and go off into the sunset together? Comment yes or no if you believed it. Because yes, Uncle Fester, he got onto a TikTok live and confirmed that their relationship had actually come to an end. It was tragic, it was sad, and everyone out there was just having a day of mourning because Uncle Fester and Ash Trevino were no more.
Is your man there? What man? I don't have a man.
Mine's not working.
You tell him, girl.
I don't have a man. I'm single. Everybody go mass unfollow Uncle Fester.
But a lot of people out there were obviously wondering, well, what caused Romeo and Juliet to break up in this situation? Because that thing seems so wonderful. I mean, have you looked at this pizza and this chicken wing? This is a man that knows how to treat a woman, you know? And I thought they were doing it, man. I thought they were doing it. But apparently not. Because the reason they broke up was Ashley didn't like that Uncle Fester looked after his children. I'm not joking. That is actually the reason.
Somebody said, why did you guys break up? I'm going to tell you, this is what happened yesterday. So we took off from Florida at 10:30 in the morning. We had to stop in a town where my mom and drop off the vehicle that we had and pick up my truck This is at 11 o'clock at night. I went and stopped to see my daughter. My son wanted to see his mom. So we stopped. She got upset because I stopped at my ex's house. And she said that was disrespectful of me to stop at my ex's house for them. And that was a straw for me because I'm a family man. I don't give a dang. I want to see my daughter regardless. And I know my ex wants to see my son, which lives with me. I got full custody of my son. My ex has full custody of my daughter. And so we have to do this. We have to deal with each other regardless. She was upset. We didn't speak for an hour and a half driving home. It was another hour and a half drive home. And after that, I made the decision. You know what? It's not even worth it.
So yes, they broke up because Ashley Trevino was upset that he went to the mother of his child's house so his child could see its mother, and Ashley saw that as disrespectful. And honestly, look, I'm here to claim that it is disrespectful. If you're in a relationship with Ash Trevino and you're hoping to parent your children in a correct manner, buddy, who do you think you are in this storyline? You're just a side character in the saga of Ashley Trevino, because how dare you have a correct, functional relationship with your ex-wife where you correctly parent your child together? How dare you, man? How dare you actually be a decent-ish parent? Now, obviously, what I'm saying here is a complete joke. What's actually happened here is actually a quite big disgrace and really does represent Ashley Trevino as a human being. Obviously, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Ashley has been criticized multiple times for her terrible parenting of her children, and it now seems that she's trying to inspire her partners to follow her footsteps of being a terrible parent. This is an absolutely insane thing for Ashley Trevino to do. I genuinely can't believe that she did this, yet at the same time, absolutely I can believe it, because we've seen Ashley have such a amount of repeated behavior where she consistently neglects her children. This is honestly an absolute disgrace, but what's even more embarrassing is we know that this guy will go back to Ashley Trevino after all of this. Look, if you're in a relationship with somebody or you're even married to somebody and you have a child with another individual and the person you're currently with says to you it's disrespectful for you to allow your child to go to that other parent's house, you need to break up with that person immediately. You need to separate and leave them, because your child is more important than your partner. Ashley Trevino should not be the bigger person in this story. And right, at first he did break up with her, but as we're going to discover, these two still have a history to this day, and I think that's utterly ridiculous. If I'm this guy and I'm hearing what Ashley said to him, I don't want anything to do with Ashley ever again. But this is where things actually start to get serious, because yes, they've broken up now, the love story is over, the conversation of children are coming into things, and apparently Uncle Fester decided to go into a TikTok live stream with a bunch of drama TikTokers and basically started to speak about his relationship with Ashley and her as a person, and naturally Ashley was not happy about this. So unhappy to the point of where she actually called up Uncle Fester's son and basically threatened Uncle Fester. This is how ridiculous this was all getting.
He hit me. I'm gonna call his son as we speak right now.
Why? Why are you going to call his son? You have no connection with this kid. Just because you may have known him for a few months doesn't give you the right to call this guy. And look, I know this whole thing is probably a skit. I know all of this is probably coordinated. But even then, I think that's even more despicable that these kids are being allowed in on this. And maybe the kid is a bit older than Ashley's kids, sure. But either way, I think this is just a really, really weird storyline. And as you're going to hear what Ashley has to say here, it just continues to get weirder and weirder.
So your daddy's drunk online. I'm gonna call his son right now. Hey, Alex, please call your dad. He's on live with the Cheeseman page, and I don't want this to get bad, baby. But your dad's sitting there talking about me. You know I've been nothing but good to you and your sister. He's on live talking about me right now at a bar, Alex.
Even if he is, you still have no right to call this kid up and be like, oh yeah, can you get your dad to come off? Do you know how good I was to you? Do you know remember how good I was to you and your sister? It's like, Ashley, you aren't even good to your own children, mate. So getting on call and pretending, oh yeah, I was really good to you. So can you call up your dad and get him to stop speaking about me? Pretty ironic as well, given the fact that Ashley Trevino runs her mouth about pretty much everyone in her life. But yeah, it was clear she was not happy, but it only continues.
He's sitting there saying that I'm bad, and I'm sitting there talking to him. Alex, you know I can make his life miserable, and I don't want to. Hi, Drake. But Alex, bro, like, look, your dad is literally on live right now with Carol C. Look. No, look. Your dad's talking right now, Alex. Like, your dad's at a bar. Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. Okay, look, your dad is literally sitting there talking right now.
This is quite frankly just unbelievably embarrassing to watch. The way she's speaking to this person here, this person who isn't even her own child, she's trying to boss her around, telling him to get on video call, ordering him around, telling him to call up his dad. It's just so embarrassing. And it almost feels that she's got more interest in this kid than her own kids, if that makes sense. I feel like this is the most interaction I've actually seen Ashley Trevino have with a kid, and it's not even her own kid. And I'm sorry to keep on bringing up age, but I think if you're a 36-year-old mother of two, you should be doing better things than what you are doing in this live stream. But yes, as you just heard, to try and prompt the kid into calling his dad, she threatens to make his life terrible.
No. Alex, you know I can make his life miserable, and I don't want to.
Which is an absolutely lovely thing to say to somebody about their dad. Oh yeah, I might actually make his life a living hell if you don't do what I'm saying. She's pretty much just blackmailing this kid on call. That is absolutely horrendous. But this love story only continues to have a massive nuclear fallout when Ashley gets on live again and claims that apparently Uncle Fester stole some of her belongings and has threatened to sell the belongings.
Can I file a police report? Like, I'm being dead honest with y'all, because like, for him to steal my purse and then like to say he's gonna sell it or like whatever.
She's saying I stole her Louis bag. No, I didn't steal her Louis bag. The police are on their way to pick up her purse and towels. Let them come on in.
I genuinely can't believe that this is what being a content creator has come to, or being an influencer has come to in 2025. Does anyone remember the days of YouTubers like Casey Neistat, where people out there were like, oh, I really want to make cool YouTube videos with cool camera effects and, you know, certain things that look really visually impressive, and I want to inspire an audience. You know, back in the day where content creators actually made content. But now in 2025, it seems being an influencer is whatever this is. I mean, I don't know who this is meant to be influencing. It's just two people being absolute bums on social media live streams. Like, did you know in the modern day, apparently more people by a significant number want to be an influencer ahead of being a professional footballer? I know that being a professional footballer isn't like the most desirable thing for everyone, but growing up as a kid, everyone wanted to be a footballer, even people that didn't like football, because you knew the lifestyle and riches that it brought to you. But people now would rather be this. This is what Gen Z, especially young Gen Z, is apparently inspiring to be. It's a really sad and embarrassing state of affairs that we're currently in, where Ashley Trevino apparently is a role model. These are what influencers are in 2025. And when you hear about countries banning social media, you start to think, well, maybe actually, you know, I'm not for it, but, you know, you can't, you know. But the embarrassing behavior in this nuclear fallout only continues when Ashley threatens to get Fester fired. And it's like, oh my God, you are a grown woman. You have children. What are you doing? I feel like we all have that friend or that mum that we know that is on Facebook posting their entire life. Imagine that person got famous. That is who this individual is, and this is the ultimate result of it.
You go to work, and right before you go to work, you drink. So if I tell them to do a UA on you, and you're gonna flunk it, and then you're gonna get fired. So I would literally just be quiet if I were you, Uncle Fester.
What is with this woman so confidently blackmailing people? Is blackmailing not a crime in the US? Well, apparently it is. Blackmail is a crime in Texas, which I believe is the state that Ashley lives in, and falls under the offense of extortion. Extortion is defined as demanding money or a benefit from somebody by threatening to expose a secret or disclose sensitive information. I mean, Ashley has done that twice in this video so far. She's basically threatened to ruin someone's parents' lives if they don't get their parent to call Ashley.
Alex, you know I can make his life miserable.
And now in this video, she's threatening to get this guy fired if he doesn't stop speaking.
And then you're gonna get fired. So I would literally just be quiet if I were you, Uncle Fester.
It's the very definition of blackmail, and honestly, maybe some people out there need to start considering writing up lawsuits because this person is just happily committing crimes on social media. But talking of crimes, this is where things start to really get dark, because as I mentioned earlier, a lot of allegations have been thrown around in this storyline, particularly between Uncle Fester and Ashley Trevino. But before we do that, I actually want to go ahead further in the timeline, because you see, the allegations that we're going to soon go through between Ashley and Fester came out at around the beginning of July. And the clip that I'm now about to show you is actually from the end of July.
I'm hanging out with other guys because I need to get over Uncle Fester. I'm still in love with him. So yes, I am admitting that right now. But yeah, so I'm still in love with Uncle Fester. I'm trying to hang out with these guys that we're with because I'm trying to get over him. But yeah, so there was another guy on the boat with me. It wasn't Uncle Fester. It was literally another guy. And he was single. I'm single. We're ready to mingle. I'm just kidding, no. They did get us a room tonight, so that's where we're going right now. We're going to the hotel room. But yeah, so I have to get over Uncle Fester, guys. Like, you can't be with somebody who doesn't want to be with you.
Now, for some reason, that sounds like AI to me. Apparently, it's not. Apparently, this is a legitimate clip where Ashley claims that, yes, she is still in love with Uncle Fester at the ending of July. Just put that context in your mind for a second. Just think about that. She still loves Uncle Fester. And these guys since then have also been recorded together in lives, having a good time, joking around and playing into whatever storyline was going on at that space of time. These two seemingly were in a pretty good spot. And in fact, even a few days ago of recording this video, these two were on live stream together joking around. Now, with all of that context in your mind here, let's get into the fact that Ashley Trevino at the beginning of July accused this man of DV.
Uncle Fester and his son and his cousin literally manhandled me and threw me out the house. And I don't know what to do. Oh my God. I don't know what to do.
Now, I think this is a joke. I don't really believe what's going on here. Mainly due to Ashley's history of lying and using allegations as a form of satire and storylines. But I just can't help but feel like this acting ain't exactly HBO Max. It's more daytime television when you're at home ill and there's nothing on TV, because what's going on here is very serious. You know, she's claiming very, very serious things, but honestly, it is just giving Jeremy Kyle. It's not really seeming too legitimate to me, especially when you take into the context that after this, these two have been pally since then, and she's even claimed to be in love with him. But in fairness, after that, Ashley did jump onto Instagram and claim that she had bruises on her arm from supposedly what took place. Now, some have claimed that this is makeup and not legitimate and is only a part of their storyline, but some have also said even if this was true, why would you claim to still be in love with him? Why would you still hang out with him? Why would you even potentially still live with him again in the future? And why would you jump on multiple live streams with him? Because interestingly enough, after showing those bruises, Ashley then got onto another live stream where she was complaining that people don't believe her.
Nobody believes me, which is fine, but that's exactly why people do what they do, because every time somebody speaks out about it, nobody believes anybody.
Now, honestly, this is pretty hilarious, knowing the fact that this is all coming from the same individual that said this about an actual real victim who is no longer with us anymore because her partner took the life of that victim.
I don't know who he was, and I'm not showing your dad respect. I didn't do nothing to your dad. My ex-husband did that.
Well, then you know what? Your dad deserved everything that he got, okay? Your dad deserved everything that he got.
Don't come at me disrespecting Isaiah, because your dad deserved it. But you call me the B word? Okay, well then your dad deserved everything he got. Isaiah was 15 years old when that happened. He's now 30. That was 15 years ago.
Ashley, how are you going to say things like this? Basically spit in the face of a victim's daughter and tell them that they deserved it and everything like that. How are you going to do that? And then get on live stream and complain when people don't believe your story. But also take into the context of the fact that Ashley has a history of making multiple allegations about people like Santos and then being all buddy-buddy with him again in the future. In fact, I'm pretty sure Santos and Ashley have lived together during this entire saga with Uncle Fester. So you're living with the guy that you've made allegations about previously, you're hanging out with the guy that you're currently making allegations about, and you're now complaining that no one believes your Jeremy Kyle-esque acting. I'm sorry, Ashley, but I genuinely think that you're a pretty despicable person, because these people seem to treat these very serious allegations like it's the latest drama of the week, the latest storyline in the big saga of Ashley Trevino, but the things she's speaking about are incredibly serious, and it almost makes me feel kind of sick that I'm being made to speak about it in this way, to be honest with you, because I don't want to come on here and immediately discredit somebody for making a serious allegation, but you've only really pushed me into the corner of being forced into doing that, because these tears are crocodile tears in my opinion. They mean absolutely nothing, and that's because you're not just the boy who cried wolf, but you're the boy who has cried wolf 50 billion times. Now, if you're wondering what Uncle Fester had to say about all of this, well, he basically came out and claimed that his name had been cleared and that the police have no longer got any involvement. And he even claims to have footage of the apparent event that took place between him, his cousin, his son, and Ashley Trevino, but he's not going to release it because his lawyer told him to.
You claimed that you had a video.
What about it?
You said you were posting it. You never posted it.
I talked to my lawyer. My name. Did you not? I mean, you've been all over social media, so you should have seen what I said.
Look,
I had my name.
Look, if we're gonna talk, you can make it about it.
No. You said you only had one more question, so.
No, okay, continue. Actually, continue. Go ahead.
Okay, so my name was cleared. The cops seen everything. They told me, my son, and my cousin, y'all go inside. We'll take care of her. They left. I talked to my lawyer. My lawyer said, do not post those videos. There's no need for you to post those videos. So that's why I did not post anything. So in the wake of me talking to you that morning, I still hadn't talked to the lawyers. I hadn't done none of that. So when I finally talked to them, they told me not to post those. So there's your answer.
Okay.
Yep. Have a good one. Have a good one.
That's kind of weird. He's kind of lying. I think he's lying.
And yeah, I kind of agree with what that guy said at the ending there. It does kind of feel that he's lying in what he says here. Because why would a lawyer tell you to not post videos that apparently make it look like you're innocent in this situation? Why would a lawyer say to you, yeah, we've got these things that have supposedly cleared your name, but we're not going to clear your name to the general public? That makes no sense in my personal opinion. And I really don't know what took place in this situation, but I'm mainly going to guess that these two are just as bad as each other and have fabricated a storyline, or at least have taken something that did take place and just amped it up to a maximum level of exaggeration so they can sell it to their TikTok viewers in a desperate attempt to remain relevant for another week. And clearly that hasn't worked, because honestly, this is the first time I think I've heard about any of these things. Like, genuinely, everything we're going about today, I've discovered today. Like, I've done the research, I wrote the script, and now I'm here looking at these things, and yes, this is the first I've heard of any of this, and that's most likely down to the fact that no one believes these individuals anymore. Everyone out there thinks that these guys are absolute con artists that no one is going to believe anymore. And yeah, it is embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. We've got two parents of actual children here. These people have actual children. They're like 30 or 40 and they're doing stuff like this, and it's like, fellas, just go hang out with your kids. Take him to Disneyland. Ashley, we know you like Disneyland, but we know you don't like taking your kids with you there, but just do something else. that isn't whatever this is, because honestly, this is just so embarrassing, man. But it only gets even more confusing because despite all of these allegations, their breakup, and all the serious things that are supposedly transpired, only a couple weeks later, Uncle Fester is on livestream defending Ashley Trevino's parenting skills.
Your only assumption of her is what you see on social media. You do not know her. You do not know her personally.
Now, I know a lot of people like to make this argument of, oh, you don't know me, you just know my social media. But honestly, I think this argument is complete and utter bollocks. Because what you're saying here, yes, I have only seen Ashley Trevino via social media. But this woman has posted every single aspect of her life on social media. I know where she was born. I know her full name. I know her kids' names. I know where they live. I know everything about them. So yes, I think I do actually know Ashley Trevino. I've seen this woman mock real victims. I've seen this woman do so many bad things, so excuse me if I don't know about Ashley's school history, what she got, what grades she got, if she got any grades, you know. I don't need to know that. What I do know is this woman has done so many things and has been proven on multiple times to be neglectful, and that is proven by the amount of CPS cases that she has. So excuse me if I judge this person for what I have seen them do on social media.
I do. And I catch a lot of crap. I catch a lot of crap. Hold on, Nene. Let me finish. I'll let you finish. I catch a lot of crap from a lot of people saying, how could you defend that woman? She's this and that. I'm just telling you because she's been in my home. We've gone out to eat. I've conversated with her. I've talked to her. Her daughters had called her whenever we went out to eat or whatever. She always makes sure that her girls have something to eat, where they're going to stay, and always protected.
She is a multi-millionaire influencer who is on multiple platforms with millions of followers, and you're saying, oh, well, at least she gives her kids food and, you know, makes sure they have a place to stay. Doesn't that concern you? Even what you're describing there, having a place to stay. These kids should have a permanent residence. Ashley Trevino is a rich individual. She could buy a house for each one of those kids and also buy them a vacation home each. And on top of that, have a vacation home for their vacation home. What you're describing here is the bare minimum and does not reflect the fact that Ashley Trevino is a good parent. And I think the fact that he's defending Ashley Trevino's parenting skills only, in my opinion, reflects the fact that this guy probably also isn't that great of a father. Also then taken to the fact that this man was told by Ashley Trevino that it's disrespectful when he took his kid to see their mother. But despite that, he forgets that and goes onto social media to defend Ashley Trevino. And maybe it comes from the fact this guy is desperate to remain relevant. Maybe he knows Ashley is his only claim to fame. It most likely is that. But it doesn't defend any of this stuff. It's embarrassing, and I really don't understand how a father of a child could sit on social media and say that Ashley is a good parent and we just don't know her.
Okay, well, I'm waiting for Santos to come pick me up.
He's picking you up?
We're going to the mall.
Bro, you were supposed to come pick me, Nicole, Haley up.
She always makes sure that her girls have something to eat, where they're going to stay, and always protected.
You were supposed to come pick me, Nicole, Haley up.
And you know, I think the weirdest thing for me personally is the fact that there are people out there that sit through every single live stream that these guys do. That's a bit weird in general, but the weirder thing is there are people out there that donate to these individuals and give them money. They donate their hard-earned cash and say, you know what, Ashley dear, you could have some money, you could have some money. And it's like, guys, what are we doing? Why are we giving our money to these individuals? It's time to stop, fellas. It really is. These people have become so rich because of some dim-witted idiot who decided, you know what I'm going to do with my money? I'm going to give it to Ashley Trevino and Uncle Fester. We're in a cost of living crisis. We're in a recession, a global recession. And that's what you choose to do with your money. It is... It's disgusting. It really is. But something I actually did leave out of the Uncle Fester timeline also is the fact that these two actually did end up living together for a bit. Which makes this whole allegation storyline even more insane. But yes, Ashley was evicted from her home.
So yes, we're here cleaning my apartment out, you guys. They already fixed the window in the back. my kitchen stuff.
Now, I guess the big question a lot of people have here is, well, why was Ashley Trevino evicted? Was it the fact that she is a terrible person and the landlord did not want that in her house anymore? Maybe. Maybe it was the fact that she's a terrible parent. Maybe it was the fact that she constantly has people around her house who do loads of insane things on TikTok live streams. Maybe it was just he didn't like Ashley Trevino. But yes, she was getting evicted, and this was obviously a big problem for her as she needed a home to live in. And well, here is where Uncle Fester comes back into the storyline, because yes, apparently, despite what I showed you earlier of Ashley denying that she's going to move in with Uncle Fester, apparently she did move in with Uncle Fester.
The vibe is I'm at my boyfriend's. I told him, I'm like, you made a mistake and now you can't get rid of me. You can't get rid of me. I'm always here. I bet he hates it because, like, he's not used to, like, you know, my boyfriend's been single for a while and he's older. So it's like, now I'm always here.
Now, this is confusing because earlier we saw Ashley say she's not going to move in with him, and now we're seeing that she has moved in with him. But what makes this even more interesting is seeing as they were living together and have broken up with each other, it actually does now seem that Ashley is now homeless again. Because yes, with them physically apparently kicking Ashley out of the home, they're no longer in a relationship and Ashley has nowhere to go, and she was at this point of time in around July 2025 homeless.
This is my living out of a bag right now. I don't have a place to go after I leave here. Well, I have my parents' house, but I don't want to go back there. So I have a friend helping me look for an apartment right now. Do I live in my car? Well, last night I was going to get a hotel room, but then Uncle said I could stay with him, so I stayed with him last night. And then the night before that, me and Karma stayed at a park.
Now again, I'm not really too sure what's going on here. I don't know if she actually is homeless. I don't know if this is a skit, a part of that storyline, but it did kind of feel that things weren't exactly going too well for Ashley. Being homeless is not exactly the best situation to be in. Yes, you come to commentary channels for riveting conversations and facts, and well, you've got it. Being homeless is bad. But things only get more confusing when apparently a month later, these two, Fester and Trevino, were back living together after all of the allegations, after all of the controversy, threats and blackmail. These lovebirds found their way back to each other.
What I have to deal with every freaking night, dealing with them. He's on his live.
Yeah, I think it's clear that these allegations that we heard between Fester and Ashley Trevino were all fabrications designed for a plot and storyline between the two to, you know, desperately remain relevant for another week. And, you know, maybe we have been played, probably not, because I actually did not hear about any of this until now. But at the end of the day, it is still just as embarrassing. Like, honestly, what is going on here? It even got to the point in that breakup where the police was called. So yeah, that's police time wasted, which I believe is actually a crime again, wasting police's time. But also the community in general at the time of when Ashley was coming out about her allegations were genuinely concerned for her. There were some people out there that were genuinely worried for her well-being. And look, maybe this can be some level of advice to people out there to never trust anything that comes out of Ashley Trevino's mouth. But at the same time, I think it is pretty despicable that she does seemingly somehow, I don't know how, but Ashley Trevino does. She has fans. I don't know why. Like, I'm gonna be serious. I don't know why. Seriously, if you're a fan of Ashley Trevino, please go to the comments and just say, what is your diagnosis? Because there's got to be something wrong with you. But yeah, it's sickening. It is truly sickening that they use these very serious topics of conversation as a way to try and remain relevant even further. It's so disgusting. And again, this isn't the first time she's done this. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, just based on everything that I've gone through up until this point, it did just kind of feel that Ashley's life was just in this really terrible spot of where she's doing all of these terrible things to remain relevant, but it wasn't working. As I've said, she has gone from public consciousness at this point in time. Yes, there were still people around, there was still a little community there, But in general, the people that weren't following everything to a dedicated manner just completely forgot about Ashley Trevino. And that's why she is getting this desperate. That's why she is making her life more deliberately miserable for TikTok clout. This woman has destroyed her own life, her children's life, all because she wants to remain famous. And it was very clear that this was actually getting to her. Starting off with her children. It was clear at this point of time, at around July 2025 and August 2025, her kids were no longer living with her.
It's crazy that y'all actually bash the mom that has custody of her kids. And the reason my kids aren't with me is because y'all trolls have literally scared them out of living with me.
Ashley, it sounds like they need to be protected from you because you just said there that your kids are scared of living with you. At what point of, being a parent do you start to realize that you're a complete undeniable embarrassment? That's why I'm talking about this, to be honest with you, because yes, admittedly a lot of the stuff is fake, but what isn't fake is the fact that this person has ruined her kid's life, has ruined her own life, and yet she is in this state of delusion where she is still blaming the viewers, like the viewers could really do anything in this situation. Ashley, you time after time after time have made yourself look worse and worse and worse, and that is why your kids are no longer living with you. It's not because of me, it's not because of others, it's your fault that CPS were called on you a billion times. It even got to the point of where Ashley's life was so terrible that her own mother called her up and basically said, hey, you've got responsibilities, you need to live up to them.
Hello? Did you call?
Yeah, I called you. Where you at?
At a friend's.
At where?
At a friend's.
Well, man, it's fine. You got responsibility here, darling.
No, I know. I know.
I've got to have still my stuff for these against the girl.
The girls have my card on file.
Yeah, the puppies don't. The puppies don't have your card on file.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
fixing to go back. I told you that was happening this weekend. I've heard about Taz, and I got to go buy dog food and stuff.
all right. I'll go get everything. When is he leaving?
Huh?
When is Toby leaving?
What?
When is Toby leaving?
He's not for you. Well, they already bought the pay. You just got to send your money for the fast food.
It's pretty hilarious to me that her mother needs to do this, remind her of her responsibilities, i.e. her children, and yet Ashley had the gall to come on to her live stream and blame everyone else. Even your own mother thinks that you're a bum, so maybe it's time to do something about it. And well, actually, for a brief moment of time this year, Ashley actually did seemingly have an epiphany where she actually started to realize that, well, yeah, her life does suck, and she has ruined everything, and she does need to change things around.
My parents and my kids don't know that I'm coming to town, so I'm gonna surprise them. But I do want to go to church tomorrow because the pastor just texted me and sent me like this thing, so I want to surprise them and go to church tomorrow too. I'm telling you guys, like, I want to change my life around, like, I really do. And this is what I need to do. Like, when my little one is still like feeling sick or something, she calls me or texts me. So I need to be there more for them.
I mean, you've kind of admitted to the problem there. When your kid's sick, they need to call or text you. You should really just be with them from the very beginning. You should be there to look after them and make sure that they're okay. I.e., you should be there to be a mother for your children. But it's clear that Ashley, I guess, was somewhat realizing here that, yeah, things have gone too far. She's, going to make a surprise appearance at church and try to quote-unquote change her life around. And the thing is she actually started to have even more realizations. It really did kind of feel that she actually started to realize that, yes, she has let her children down.
I know I failed my kids. I know I failed everybody. And I do have younger generations looking up to me. And that's literally what makes me want to change, because the lady that rode our boat the other day, she said her daughters liked me, so she took a picture with me. The girls at the lake that seen me there literally came and took a picture, posted it on TikTok and put, Queen Ash, we met her today. Like, it's those people that I know I need to change for.
You are the gift that never stops giving, Ashley. She could have just said, I want to change to make my kids have a better life. But no, it's just, oh no, I'm such a big timer. I'm such an inspiration that I want to get better. I want to inspire an entire generation of kids. Oh, this person is never going to change, is she? Just when you think that maybe there's a bright spark going on here. Maybe Ashley has finally come to the realization that this is not a sustainable lifestyle. She just does the most Ashley Trevino thing ever. I am famous and I need to inspire. I don't care about my kids. It's just, how can I be a bigger inspiration for the youth? And it's really confusing because Ashley at this period of time did actually seem really sad and devastated by quite a lot of things, but I think it's just more, she's not actually sad about her kids, in my opinion, or her lifestyle. I think she's just depressed because she's not on the same high that she was on social media this time last year.
I do need help right now. Like, legit. If I could drive, I would drive out of here right now.
Go with Victoria. She'd be able to be with you. She don't work.
Bro, I'm so miserable.
Don't do it on the live, though. Don't talk about it on... Victoria said to go with her. She's up, and she would be with you all day.
He's not in trouble, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm not in trouble, but I'm miserable, bro. Like, it's horrible.
Never depend on a man, which is, I don't depend on a man for anything. But it's crazy that I continue to deal with the same stuff. I know it's not going to change. I know it's not going to get better. If anything, it's going to get worse. But I'm still here. And honestly, I don't know why. I know I'm depressed and miserable because I sleep all day. To not deal with everything, I just sleep. And I hate it. I hate this feeling. You shouldn't be miserable with somebody. And I have been in the last few days. And it sucks because it's not changing at all.
So yes, things are undoubtedly not going too well in the life of Ashley Trevino. And yeah, seemingly that is because of men, and also I personally believe it's the fact that she isn't that relevant on social media anymore. But yes, with men deeply impacting this woman's life, with men being the root cause of every problem, which honestly I don't really disagree with, but with Ashley in particular, how is she going to combat this man problem? Well, by the most Ashley Trevino way possible. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys and thems, she has gotten engaged to another man. I'm not joking. Because yes, meet Junior, an Instagrammer / TikToker who is the latest character in the storyline of Ashley Trevino as of late August 2025. And yes, this starts us off with another beautiful romance between another man. Uncle Fester is in the bin, and now we are in the world of Junior and Ashley Trevino. And it all starts off with this beautiful, beautiful statement from Junior.
What kind of collab do? What do you mean she's pretty? What we talking about, Pookie? You know who she is? Yeah, I know Ash Trevino. She's a TikToker. She's real known. And she's pretty too. And then we have pictures of her right here to where I'm at. What? Inside the cells, like the jail cell? What? Yeah, right. Yeah. Does anybody have any shit about pictures in there? No, but I can get them for you. That's crazy. That's okay. So wait, do you have a crush on her because she's pretty? I think Ash Trevino's pretty, in my opinion. You know, a lot of people hate on her, but I don't see why, you know. So, my opinion, I think she is pretty. You know, she has 2 daughters, so she has, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, hey, you know what? They said that, you know, that's the case.
True love, isn't it? beautiful. Now, yes, this is obviously... I don't really know what this is. Is he actually interested in Ashley? I don't really know. It's probably just the fact that this guy wants to become more relevant on social media, to be honest with you. But yes, it's clear that Ashley and Junior was going to become some form of new storyline, because Junior was... He was in love. He loved the thought and the idea of Ashley, and he wanted that to become a reality. And in fact, he even was interviewed about this later on, and he was asked about what is going on between Ashley Trevino. Why is he speaking about her in this type of way? Could it be because he wants more internet fame? No. This is a love story, ladies and gentlemen. This is the sequel to Romeo and Juliet. So excuse me if I'm the only romantic in the room right now, but I love a good romance. And I'm here for whatever this mess is going to lead to.
What's up with you and Ash Trevino?
Well, what do you mean, what's up with Ash Trevino? Like, what are you trying to ask?
I'm trying to ask, like, do you see yourself going on a date with her in the future? Are you trying to link up?
Now, interestingly enough, note the fact that they're at an amusement park. Now, amusement parks are traditionally places where children go for entertainment. Parents take their children there, and just note that Ashley Trevino and her children are not there. Could this lead to an hypothesis that Ashley Trevino is a terrible parent? Maybe. I don't know. I just kind of am confused why this person is being interviewed about Ashley Trevino and the love story that may or may not be happening at an amusement park. We're such a weird generation of humans.
What's going on with that? Because, I mean, everybody wants to know.
Hell yeah, you know, I thought Ash was pretty. You know, like I said on my video, I thought she was pretty, and there was people in jail, and I had in my bunk, I had a lot of people just passing a picture, and I'm like, wait, who's that? And they're like, oh, that's this famous TikToker, Ash Trevino. I'm like, that she's hella pretty, you know? And so yeah, a lot of people are hating and being very, very negative about her. And me, like, I'm not here to just judge off social media. Like, I would like to get to know the person and see who she is, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's all I'm gonna say. You know, if things happen, and it probably will happen sooner or later, you know, God does things for a reason, and I believe that he brings people for your life for a reason, and removes people for a reason, so.
What am I watching right now? Like, what has influencer culture become? This is one of the weirdest things I think I've ever seen. They're at an amusement park where there are like children around, and they're discussing they're discussing like it's sorry, I just can't get over this. They're discussing it like an upcoming fixture in a sports match. It's like we've got punditry over what Ashley Trevino is gonna do next, and apparently it may be this guy. This is where she's gonna go, and God, I hate social media so much. It's almost like a sick joke that if God existed, he made my job being a content creator on social media, because this is unfortunately my legacy, speaking about whatever this is. Now, yeah, at this point of time, Ashley and Junior weren't dating. They weren't in a relationship. But Junior definitely caught the eye of Ashley as she uploaded a video message for Junior where she had a lot to say, and God, send down the lightning bolt on me now, please.
Hey Junior, it's Ash Trevino. How are you, babe? Welcome home, and please stay safe and never go back to jail or prison. I literally had my little fare with the inmates, and they're fine, let me tell you, but that's not the life.
Short way of saying you dated a murderer from prison and you laughed at that murderer's victim and their daughter and was just in general incredibly disrespectful. Just kind of a short way of saying that, you know. Fair enough, Ash.
So welcome home, babe, and I hope you have an amazing day, and also have fun at your party, and we can't wait to see you on Sunday at the Super Chief Gallery. And remember, the haters, but yes, always stay strong, and no matter what, the haters make us famous, and they are our motivators. I'm sorry I look rough. I haven't fixed myself up yet.
Ash, I'm not gonna lie, you just look like how you look at all your TikToks, and that's not even me being mean. You look fine. You look fine. You look like Ashley Trevino, and that's what matters. But yes, they're apparently going to meet up. They're apparently going to engage in some form of connection, and honestly, I don't know what this is going to lead to other than me potentially throwing up my guts. And this world of social media only continues to amaze me. I mean, imagine if these two actually met, they have a great connection, they eventually get married and have kids. Can you imagine the kids asking, Daddy, how did you meet Mummy? Oh, well, you know, son, I was at an amusement park with a bunch of kids around me, and I had an interview about your mum, and I said she was hot stuff, and I want a piece of that. And I said, let's meet at my meet and greet. And then, yeah, we met up at the meet and greet, and fucking, please kill me. In general, we kind of need to ban social media. I'm tired of it. I am tired. What is any of this, to be honest with you? Like, I just feel like I'm watching an episode of EastEnders, and my audience are American. They're not going to understand what any of that means, but it just feels like a soap opera, to be honest with you. But yes, love was in the air. Love was in the air. It was, well, something was in the air. It feels like carbon monoxide poisoning, but something was definitely in the air. And these two eventually met up for some smooching, mooching, loving, and it went great.
Who are you patiently waiting for, Junior?
For Ash Trevino. Yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Yeah, look over here.
I am excited. Sorry, I'm over here like oh my god. I got you something, okay?
Oh my god.
Hope you like it, alright?
Thank you.
Of course. No, it's alright. Alright guys, for haters, and yeah, let me give you a kiss.
Look, none of you really needed to see any of that, and it only gets worse, trust me. The clip that I'm about to show you is honestly the penultimate of how terrible this whole saga has gotten. Like, there's a reason Ashley Trevino snapped out of public consciousness, and it's mainly to avoid the fact that I'm about to play you a clip that's probably going to make you incredibly uncomfortable. And if you're watching this in a room with your parents right now, God, turn this off, my friends. Turn this off. But yeah, they met. They're engaging in relations. It seems that they're together, and it's getting smoky. Really smoky and hot in here. But firstly, we need to actually take a look at the fact that, yes, Ashley and Junior met the entire family of Ashley first. This is incredibly important for the context of what I'm going to show after. But yes, the family actually met Junior very early on.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Junior, and I'm out here in Texas, and I'm out here with Ash, with her family, her daughters, her dad, and her friend. How you guys feeling?
Hi, my name is Haley, and happy birthday, Junior, and thank you for coming to Texas.
What is going on? What is this? What are we doing, people? What is this? Why are they all lined up like this? Why are they acting like this is like some MTV television show? Fuck me. This is awful. But just look at this bloke, by the way. This is Ashley's dad. Meet this guy right here. And he's been forced into all of this. I don't even think I've seen this guy throughout this entire saga of Ashley Trevino. But he's now here.
I'm Julio. Happy birthday, Junior.
Happy birthday, Junior. Much love, baby.
That's right, guys. I really appreciate you guys, and I really appreciate Ash for bringing me here and for showing me your family, your daughters, your dad, and friends.
Always.
All I want to say to you is, you know, I really appreciate you. You're very beautiful in person, and I don't care what people got to say about you. Like I said, I wish nothing but the best for you, whether we're friends or, you know, whatever happens in the future. Once again, Texas. I love Texas. And thank you guys for everything. Much love and respect to you guys.
Thank you, babe.
I love that the dad is just at the back there just thinking, oh my God, jeez. She could have been a lawyer. She could have been a lawyer, a doctor, a paramedic. She could have done something. And this is the reality of it. This puts me off from having children, to be honest with you. Like, honestly, if you're watching this right now and you're pregnant, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you have to live in a world where potentially your child could go down this career path. But then, after all of this, it really, this is the diabolical clip that I've been hyping up now. Ashley and Junior, they start to get hot and heavy. They start to get hot and heavy in front of the kids and in front of the dad.
She's taking it too fast. She really wants the first date. She wants to marry him.
I can't do that. I don't know. I feel like relax. In front of your dad. Take it easy. Take it easy.
What is going on? Why are you doing this? That is weird. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is so weird. This is honestly, we're not talking about how weird enough this is. This is the weirdest thing I think I've seen Ashley do yet. Why are you going like that to your dad whilst grinding on your boyfriend? who you've known for 6 minutes. Oh my God. What am I saying right now? I'm not even overreacting. This is just pure weirdness. I've played about 5 seconds of this clip, and it is genuinely making me feel it. Why? Why?
Take it easy. Take it easy. Settle down. Settle. No, we're fun of your family, okay? Relax. We're fun of your family.
She's a little happy. She's having fun.
Sorry, no, but we're fun of your family. We want to stop.
Even Junior's like, mate, you are weird. What are you doing? Your dad is right there. I've not even popped the question yet. He's right bloody there. But Ashley's like, no. Doesn't worry that there's, young kids nearby and my dad's right next to me. I'm going to continue doing this like we are in the bedroom and about to, do what people do in bedrooms.
We're fun of your family, okay?
Oh,
you guys ready?
Okay.
Stop. Just stop. Stop. What? Oh my God, this is so odd. This is so wrong. I said that Ashley Trevino is back and worse than ever, but this is... I'll be real, I've not watched the full clip until now. I only watched the first 20 seconds beforehand, and I don't know where this is going to go. We're not even half through this clip. I don't know if I'm going to watch the full thing. Please subscribe. We need to go through this together.
Who's driving? Who's driving?
I am. He's driving.
I don't drink. Okay.
Yeah, love you too.
He's like, no, doesn't work.
I don't do like that. I'm off of it.
But he was locked up for like 2 months.
All right. Thankfully, it kind of seems that things die down. Ashley kind of realized it's almost like she's been forced into stopping, because I honestly feel like Ashley would have taken that a lot further if she was just allowed the full reins there. But yes, this is where things really do reach period weakness. Junior meets the family, the dad's there for some reason, and in general, it is incredibly uncomfortable. Their relationship, it's obviously fake. We all know it's fake. We don't need to pretend it's not fake. But nothing can really look past the fact that she is doing this in front of her dad. I don't care if this is a skit. I don't care if this is fake. It is pure weirdness. You would not do that in front of your parents. The people watching this right now, even if it was a joke, you would not do that in front of your parents. That is so unbelievably uncomfortable. But things only get more insane when 2 weeks later into the relationship, Junior proposes to Ashley. And yeah, I can't play the sound or the video because of the copyrighted music. But as you can see, these two are now engaged. Junior's given some sweet talk. He professes his love for her, and now they're officially going to get married. And the worst thing is people are in the comment section believing this. Congrats. Well, congrats to you, my friend, because we're giving you the diagnosis of having 0 IQ. But yeah, apparently this marriage is taking place in November this year, and I thank God, again, if he's there, that I'm going to be in Japan in November. I do not need to be on social media in that period of time. I do not need to see whatever is going to transpire at that event, because we just saw what Ashley does when there's no major event and she's near Junior. What is this woman going to do when the emotions are at the highest? She's getting married. She's in the white dress. She's walking up the aisle. She sees Junior in a nice tailored suit. God only knows what that woman has planned for November.
So we are going to be getting married on November 26th. And so I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to go this week to start looking for the dress already. We don't even know what colors we want for the wedding. I don't know what colors we're doing, because it's going to be like a fall. Because it's November 26th, so it's fall inspired.
Orange and like the yellow color.
We can do like the color of the leaves. Yes.
Like this color?
Guys, can y'all put colors out there for us, please?
Hey, what colors do you guys recommend?
A fall wedding. A fall freaking wedding. We're not going to tell the location of where, though, because y'all might try to stop the wedding. Just kidding.
If they don't stop it, I might try to stop it low-key.
Now, I find this all quite hilarious, considering this whole, part of the storyline started because Ashley was very depressed and sad after what had happened with Uncle Fester and how her life had really turned out due to social media and how she had failed her children. And her decided resolution to that is to get into a relationship and get engaged within 2 weeks and do a load of weird stuff. It's not really a resolution, and if anything, it's only making this trajectory of Ashley Trevino's life continuously go further and further down, just at a more rapid rate. And overall, I think today we've kind of explored that on a surface level of just everything to do with Ashley in the last 6 months and how it is just basically represented that it was probably a good thing that Ashley disappeared from public consciousness. And honestly, I feel like I need to make a YouTuber apology by stating I've had a severe lapse in my judgment. I probably should not have put any of this information into your brains, and I've probably plagued the world now, because there's a chance, probably not, but there is a chance that this video does well, and maybe someone else makes an Ashley Trevino video, and maybe Ashley starts to get traction again, and maybe it will be my fault that Ashley comes back into the public consciousness. Maybe this is like when all the people come through the portals at the ending of Avengers Endgame. Maybe instead of Spider-Man coming through, Ashley Trevino is going to come through that portal. But yeah, overall, in conclusion, it kind of feels that Ashley has lived 15 different lives since we last spoken about her, and honestly, it just feels like things have gotten a million times worse. I didn't think that it could get to this point for herself and her children, but it really is at a level of where I just could not have possibly expected. It is so unbelievably embarrassing, and this whole story in general is genuinely really sad, because at the very crux of everything, what we have of Ashley Trevino is a woman that has absolutely sacrificed her privacy, her children's privacy, their previous lifestyle, and overall, she has completely ruined her and her children's lives, all in the sake of YouTube or TikTok fame. This person will do anything to remain relevant, whether it's to do with serious allegations or getting married within 2 weeks. Ashley Trevino's desperation holds no limits, and I really would not be surprised if that in 3 months' time, when we come back to look at what Ashley's been up to, things have only gotten a million times worse. It's horrible, it's unhinged, and overall, it is Ashley Trevino. But with that, my friends, I think I'll end the video there. Thank you very much for coming along. I really appreciate it. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'm sorry for bringing Ashley back into your minds. I know she's been gone for a while, but, you know, I just have to do it. I cannot go through this story by myself. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like the video, follow my Instagram, inabber, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye. Actually, no, the story apparently hasn't ended, because as I was about to upload this YouTube video, I just received a little update that Ashley and Junior's wedding is officially not on anymore. Because you see, apparently some allegations have come out recently against Junior. Yes, more things and more TikToks to go through, and I thought, you know what, given that this is going to be a bonus section in this video, I'm just going to go through this live with you guys right now. I've not watched these TikToks. I don't know what's going to come from this, but honestly, it's a pretty insane conclusion. Now, I should just say before we go into this, I haven't seen the allegations. I'm not going to go in depth from them. I'm more just going to be focused on Ashley and what she has to say about this. But yeah, in short, Junior has been exposed, apparently, allegedly, and apparently his manager is in tears about this.
I wish her the best. It hurts so much, but yeah,
It hurts so much as he's getting donations on his live stream. Buddy, if you're that upset, turn off the donations and treat this seriously. As I said, I don't know the details, but I just can't with these influencers, man. They're like, he's selling on a live stream, he's got some thing above his head where he's getting donations from his weird little audience, and he's talking about his client, I guess. Oh, God, this is weird.
Junior is no longer under my management.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm dropping Junior.
Look, I don't know if this is a scare, I don't know if this is real, and I'm not going to go in depth on these allegations, but at the end of the day, even if it is real, that's also, if it is real, that's terrible, but even if it's not real, it's just as bad, because these guys are hyper obsessed with clout to the point of where I wouldn't be shocked if they fabricated these types of things to get attention, because these individuals are all that mentally ill. But yeah, then Ashley came onto TikTok saying, Junior said the minor he met up with reminded him of Ash's daughter. Let's see if that's actually an authentic thing.
I'm not gonna look any worse than I already look. A lot of my people don't like me already. That's fine. Y'all continue to watch me. Thank you, user. But
Crazy way to start off talking about allegations, by the way. Starting off with the whole clout thing. Y'all continue to watch me? Gee, get a life, man.
I'm not going to drag my family or my kids down the drain or anything.
You've already done that. Ashley, you've already done that. We've established in this video, my friend. You've dragged your entire family's name through the drain and back, and then through the drain again for seconds. Like, there's no way back for you, Chief. Like, you have absolutely decimated your family's life. So let's not do that.
Because I did not know Junior was meeting up with this little girl, and I did not know Junior included my kids when he met up with this little girl. He literally told this girl that she reminded him of my 16-year-old daughter. That is not okay. That is not okay.
So yeah, it does kind of feel like there's an authentic thing going on here, and maybe it isn't a skit. Now, you know, I'm not going to go in depth on these allegations. I should just say right now they are just allegations. I don't know if Junior's responded, but I just thought it was integral to include this because, you know, a lot of people will be like, well, what about this thing? Like, yeah, I know this has happened now, and it seems that the wedding is officially off. Oh, God, these people, it's just the whole thing is so odd. They've known each other for about 2 weeks and it's already turned into a disaster. It genuinely feels that every single thing in this woman's life, even though this isn't her fault, obviously, but it just feels that everything she touches just collapses and turns into an erupting volcano. Because, yeah, I mean, it was always a predictable thing that this wedding was not going to happen, but I can't lie, in this circumstances, wasn't the one I was going to go for.
I went on live earlier. If y'all didn't see it, here I'll go. My engagement to Junior is off. I called it off because of the allegations of him being with an underage female. I don't agree to that, only because my daughters are underage.
Is that the only reason? Is that the only reason you hear that he's apparently been engaging in relations with minors, and your whole thing is, oh yeah, it's only because I've got a daughter of the same age? It's like, Chief, just say that it's a bad thing. Like, you don't need to add in the bit of like, oh yeah, it's only because I've got a daughter. It's like, no, Chief, you just need to say, oh yeah, that is one of the worst crimes possible. Why would you say it's only because of your daughter? That's so weird.
And I will never put my daughters in nobody's way of trying to hurt them or anything. No.
I mean, you who are you lying to? We've seen you bring your daughters into actual jail cells and you've introduced them to murderers. Like, you've dated and been engaged to, and I believe even married to a murderer beforehand, and you made those kids, your own kids, call him daddy. Like, you basically tried to convert them into believing that is their father. Like, you're insane. You've done that. We've seen you do that. Why are you trying to pull this off like, oh, you've never put your kids in danger before? It's the only thing you've ever done. It's the only thing you've ever done, Chief.
Predator, no, nothing. My family does come first, and my baby is...
No, it doesn't. In your life, no, it doesn't. We've seen so many cases of you putting your kids last. So many cases.
Especially in my career. So...
What career? What career? Your career is absolutely in the mud. Who are you lying to?
I will not be marrying her anymore. This is what I have come to, and honestly, it was a real wedding. We were going to get married.
No, you weren't. Let's be real here. Like, all jokes aside, we all know she was not going to marry this guy. There was always going to be something that came up. It was either going to be Uncle Fester, someone else comes into the story, Santos makes a return like Thanos, like, you know, something on those lines. They would never getting married. All jokes aside here, honestly, it's even weird that we're even discussing the marriage here, but apparently that is the biggest topic of conversation surrounding these allegations. But yeah, that's good to you. As somebody points out in the comments, that's a stretch. Career. What career? Yes, this woman, her career is in the mud.
Wedding dress shopping, everything. But with all the allegations that just came out recently, I will not be marrying him no more.
This is a 36-year-old woman with 2 kids, by the way.
I am going to put my life and my career first, and my kids, of course.
I love that she says her life and her career before she mentions her kids there. But then, honestly, I respect the authenticity there. Like, we all know that Ashley Trevino only cares about herself and her career. That's always been above her kids in every single situation. And I do rate the fact that she isn't lying about that, you know? She isn't, you know, hiding away from the fact that she is a terrible person. So I respect that.
I don't need nobody involving my daughters in anything. That is what
Ashley, you were comfortable introducing your kids to a man that you've barely known for the space of a few weeks. Regardless of these allegations, you were basically trying to make them take him in as a father after knowing this man for about 2 weeks, and then you supposedly got engaged to him. Like, you can't talk to us about you don't put your kids in danger. As I mentioned previously, it is the only thing you have ever done in the last few years, at least whilst we've seen you on social media. Stop lying to us.
to harm us or them. And so with that being said, he is out of the picture. Okay?
Why is she smiling? She looks like she's smiling back then. So weird.
So from now on, what I do is my happiness means the most to me.
You said that previously, and then you got engaged to a man after knowing him for 2 weeks, and you started twerking on him in front of your father. Weirdo.
Whether that is being single or doing what I'm doing, okay?
Dating every single person that's ever been to jail possible.
Remember, I do social media for a living, so everything that I do on social media is for social media. But y'all,
Yeah, I mean, we know. You didn't have to tell us twice.
me in real life, so y'all can judge me all y'all want, but y'all don't know the real Ash Trevino.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I hate this thing that so many people have gone with. We saw it with Uncle Fester earlier, where he's like, oh, you guys don't know her as a parent like I do. And it's like, no, brother, we know her. We've seen everything about her life in the last few years because she's publicized every single aspect of her life. We know about her kids' life. We know about her life. We know about her 5,000 engagements to multiple prisoners. Like, we know about these things, man. Let's not pretend that we don't know every aspect of this woman's life because she publicizes every aspect of it.
The only ones I know Ash Trevino in real life are the friends and family.
And us.
And who I am on the internet is not who I am in person.
I mean, I'd hope so. I'd hope so. But I've seen how you treat your children, and I've seen the fact that your children don't live with you anymore, and you've even confirmed to us in this video that I've just made that they don't live with you because they're scared to live with you, and you blamed everyone else. Maybe, just maybe take into the context here of you introduced this man you didn't even know. There's no way you could know him to a marriageable extent in 2 weeks. You introduced him to your children that quickly, and you're telling us that you don't put them in danger, that you always put them first. That's not putting your children first. That's putting you first as you being you selfish, as being an absolutely terrible parent.
Careless, but yes, this engagement is officially off.
Then why are you wearing it?
I called it off, so.
Oh, you're so brave.
Yes. My kids come first, no matter
No,
what.
they don't.
So, y'all want to know everything? Okay, so I just told y'all basically what happened, right? Okay, well, a lot of y'all's questions are, why?
Yes, why? Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you act in the way that you do? We would love to know why.
I never knew what he was accused of, okay? And again, like I said, my heart is...
But again, you only knew him for a few weeks and you introduced him to your children. Now, I'd like to hope these allegations aren't true. Obviously, I don't want any allegations to be true. I'd love to live in a perfect world, you know, but unfortunately, that's not reality of that. And you need to take that into context with every human being, especially when you're a mother. When you're a mother, you need to protect your children from anyone out there. So taking this random stranger who blatantly from the very get-go wanted to use you for internet fame, you don't introduce that guy to your kids. Maybe make content with him privately, I don't care about that. But introducing him to your kids in the way that you have and in the manner that you've been interacting with him in front of your family, your father, your children, everyone else in your family, it's beyond weird. So don't come on here and pretend that you're the good guy in this situation. Don't act like, because even if you didn't know, it doesn't matter. You have a habit of putting your kids in horrible environments, and then when something bad happens, you blame everyone else and say, why is everyone getting mad at me? The reason we're getting mad at you is because you consistently, at every single space, do this to your children. You put them in danger by putting them in these environments. It doesn't matter if you don't know who these people are and what they may have potentially not done or have done. You put them in those environments that you know could be dangerous.
Where my heart wants to be. My heart was never with Junior. My heart was...
Then why did you get engaged to him? Obviously it was fake, but still, like, I don't even know what she's trying to even say here.
I was always with somebody. And I'm not going to say who that person is.
Oh my God, is she bringing Uncle Fester back into This is what I mean, bro. Like, there's a part of me which is like, is this going to be another fake allegation? And again, if it is, it's just as bad as if it was real, honestly, because they're taking more serious things and using it for a little Ash Trevino skit. It's genuinely sickening, man. This whole thing is so disgusting. It's so vile. These people are insane. There's been about... she's spoken for 2 minutes about these serious allegations, and she's already getting into my next love interest. You are a 36-year-old mother of 2. Get a grip.
But
oh, God, even the text confirms it.
Art was already with somebody and loved somebody. And
the guy that you accused of DV also. So both of your current... It shows Ashley's selection of men pretty well, doesn't it? That both of them have been accused of multiple terrible things.
with my heart loving that person.
The smiling is grim. Like, what are you doing? You are speaking in a video about potentially really, really serious... Well, not potentially, very serious allegations.
I couldn't be happy with anybody else.
She is a sick, sick person. Genuinely, there is something so wrong with social media influencers at the moment, and Ashley Trevino is the absolute, main epitome of that. It is genuinely baffling to me that she has any fans whatsoever. But then shortly after that, she apparently jumped onto live stream and spoke about why she was going to marry Junior. And this will be the last one we watched, because there's no point going through every single clip, because it's just the same thing of her just chatting utter nonsense.
Would you agree to marry him? Me to Junior? I'm assuming that's what that means. It said, why would you agree to marry him?
Okay.
So honestly, I seen a video of him talking about me from prison.
The one we went through earlier, I believe.
And I honestly thought he was going to be different from what he was, right?
Yes, and you still introduced him to your children. You just said what he was, so you clearly had a negative perception of him previously, and you decided, oh yeah, I'm going to introduce this bloke to my children. You are a absolute idiot. So what is wrong with you? Genuinely, what is wrong with you?
But when I seen that the cameras were always pulled out no matter what we did, right? Am I lying?
No.
Okay. They were always pulled out.
Oh geez, I can't believe the influencer that spoke about you being a famous influencer when they first discovered you, and that's the reason they wanted to meet you, was constantly getting the cameras out. And this is the thing with Ashley Trevino, and it comes into a load of other influencers I've spoken about before. When I see people willingly get involved in their lives, I have to immediately think that these people are also going to be equally insane. Because there's no way, in my personal opinion, that you get involved in the life of somebody like Ashley Trevino willingly and want it to be shared on the internet without being a complete attention seeker who's probably a terrible person as well. And the same thing can be attributed to people like Amberlynn Reid. When I say Amberlynn has got a new girlfriend or an ex is speaking up, there's a part of me which always just thinks to myself, well, why were you involved in the first place? Why were you so desperate to be on camera with Amberlynn in the first place? And the same is with Ashley Trevino. Obviously, these people are here to get involved in this weird world of drama and controversy, and they're only doing it for clicks and donations and stuff like that. These people are it's just an absolute cesspool of the worst content creators on planet Earth. And honestly, none of this is a surprise to me. Top comment says, so she wanted to marry him because she found out he was talking about her from prison, LMAO. And yeah, that's basically it. She wanted to go viral for continuing the inmate hopper trend. He wanted to go viral because it's Ashley Trevino and she's a very clickable person. The whole thing is absolutely sickening, and I'm not really going to continue it any further. Obviously, right now, these things are just allegations, and who knows where they're going to go. I don't even want to go in depth on them, mainly due to the fact that in about 3 months' time, I guarantee you, Junior and Ashley Trevino are probably going to be hanging out with Uncle Fester, with Santos, and every other weird-ass character in this storyline. But yes, finally, concluding everything for a second time, this whole thing has been an absolute mess, and I feel like this is the cherry on top of the cake to really summarize how bad it has gotten for Ashley Trevino, and it really does exemplify how much this woman is willing to put herself ahead of her own children in every single aspect, no matter the danger, no matter who the person is. She doesn't even need to know who they are. She will put them in danger because it means TikTok clout, which overall means more money in the bank. But with that, my friends, I'll end the video there. Thank you for watching for a second time, of course. This is like a little bonus feature. There's no editing here because honestly, I just needed to go on this unscripted rant. I hope you appreciated it, and yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one where Ashley Trevino has probably done something else equally insane. Let me know what you want me to cover in the next video. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, bye-bye. And again, have a great day or week, whatever. See you later.